Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome to another F1 2017 Career Mode gameplay, episode number 2. We are going right back into Career Mode, and when I left you guys last time, I actually was invited to this invitational event there's a guy came, sat down, talked to me, and said, hey, occasionally we're going to have you try out these classic F1 cars. And I had already ended the video, so I didn't want to restart just to add a little bit, so I just exited out. But going to Silverstone, I have no idea what I'm driving. I totally forgot what he had even said, to be honest with you. But this is like a cool little added part of the game where you get to drive some of these older F1 cars. They're not that old. They're maybe, I think the oldest one is 29 years old. It's a 1988 McLaren F1 car. So I guess 29 is
Hello again, and thank
fairly old, but not terribly old, I guess. So this is a 1996 Williams FW18. Begin with a rolling start, and the goal is to overtake the target number of cars before the time runs out. Sweet. 1996 Williams FW18 is Damon Hill's championship winning car, I believe. So I have to overtake as many cars as I can here. Target 8, overtaking 3 people. I have 4 minutes to do it. Not used to this car at all. Doing pretty well so far, I'd say. This is a sweet car. Never have I ever driven this in any Formula 1 game, so it's nice to have a new experience. I wonder if I can get all the way up to first. Looks like it could be possible. Going into 4th right now. These cars are pretty evenly matched in a straight line, but obviously the slightly newer FW18, then I believe that's the 1988 McLaren I was talking about that I'm going up against right now. Alright, one more car to pass. Let's see if I can get all the overtakes done. Nice. Nice. That was fun. That was a really fun little challenge. Not even out of time yet. I've already got around every car. Yeah, so the Williams cars of this generation, Michael Schumacher would win the world title in 94 and 95 in a Benetton. And then the 96 Williams car, which I'm in, Damon Hill's world championship car. 97 Williams was Jacques Villeneuve. I don't know if that car is in the game. back-to-back world titles for Mika Hakkinen, and then the Schumacher era dominance in Ferrari was followed that one. All right, able to get past all the cars. Sweet. That was a fun little invitational event, part of the career mode. So let's see what they say now. Got 17 out of 8 overtakes passed. Very cool. Fun car to drive, no question about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I am going to try to turn the difficulty up a little bit this time. The last video I finished second in a Renault at Melbourne. Thinking classic F1, classic F1 on the brain. And that's pretty unlikely for a Renault. I split a race-winning Sebastian Vettel, and Bottas was in third, I believe. So, a little unlikely. Actually, I'm going to pop open the options now. See if I can't change anything. Yeah, here we go. We'll go up to 60. I'll go 70 just to try be a little bit harder. But I don't really want to toy with too much. I want to try to get further into the championship before I get real crazy about that kind of stuff. So, up the difficulty. But that's all I'm going to do right now. Yeah, go into practice 1 and see what's going on. Looks like the game is taking quite a long time to load here. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. Did change up all the options just now, so maybe it's just freaking out over that. All right, here we are, sitting here, doing nothing. Waiting for the game to load. Any day. There we go. Oh, it took way longer than I expected. Alright, I assume I'm going to have a meeting with my agent, or perhaps that random gentleman that told me I'd be driving classic cars. I have no idea who this guy was or anything. He just came up to the trailer, and he was in like flip-flops and a suit. And was like, yeah, you're going to be doing some of these races. And I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, good to know. All right. Cool beans. Yeah, so I was sitting like right here, but obviously in Melbourne. And he just like walked up and was standing in that general vicinity and talked to me. So we'll go into practice 1 at China now. And do a couple of the, well, I'll do 3 of the setup races or whatever. Like, track acclimatization, which I can never say correctly. I don't want to do qualifying pace because I'm actually just going to use qualifying to do qualifying pace this time. And, well, let's see. We can, oops. Want to go here. So, practice program select, track acclimatization, tire management, fuel saving, qualifying pace, race strategy, team objectives. Blah, 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 blah. So let's start with track acclimatization. Go ahead and give it a go. Do a flying lap because I don't really care that much. All right, on to 70% difficulty. We'll see how much harder the AI are on this difficulty. I have no control of the car. I have no idea when I'm going to be in control of it. I might just go straight into the wall. Oh, here we go. Nope, it's going to tell me. Eighth gear, freaking F1 cars these days are weird, man. Alright, let's see how I do. Program has started, full focus mode in effect here. Out gate. The first corner at China is ridiculous. Jeez, I didn't think you could do that corner flat out. Alright,
You'll
try
get a
for
bonus
purple.
for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
This is a much cleaner lap. Kind of full focus mode right now, but it's going all right.
Great stuff. You pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Well, I hit the target score, so I don't think I need to do it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and return to garage since I've finished that one. I'm okay with that. I'm just trying to get through these little test modes. This track is hard though. Freaking China, man. It is not an easy track. Position 4th, 42.3. Yeah, they're suddenly a lot faster for sure. Stroll, Van Dorn. I mean, I was on mediums, so I guess you could kind of say, you know, a little bit unfair against the softs. 10th fastest, I'm okay with that. Let's see where teammate was.
And Lewis Hamilton.
Hulkenberg 14th.
Thank you for joining us for free practice.
Yeah, that's
today.
a little bit more fair. I definitely was not going to my fullest potential in that session, but I like the idea that I'm not at the top of the sheets after a quick practice session there. Which I wasn't in Australia either, I guess, to be fair, but this one trying to just be a little bit more laxed with the AI. Different AI difficulties should make it more interesting. I also did have someone explain to me that I need to be mindful of my engine package because you only get a limited amount for the season, so it's good to choose when you want to use your engines for particular races. Very, very intricate game for sure, very challenging and honestly quite hard to get everything right. So expected lifespan of this power unit, 35 laps left. I guess, yeah, overall wear 24%. So like I could change it to different units, change a generic unit, like all this different stuff I can change around. Gearbox as well. There are, it says about 6 races can last on the gearbox, so it's about 19% damage or worn in or whatever you call it. And I have 4 gearboxes as well. And my weekend tire allocation, P1, I just used the excuse me, medium tires, so haven't done much. Have to use the soft and mediums in the race by the looks of it. It's a very, like I said, it's a very, very detailed game. Okay. Cool. Remember the R&D tree, I selected a few things to move forward with R&D. Those upgrades should be coming back soon. Eventually they'll get there. But let's go ahead and go to practice 2. Just wanted to make sure, double check that my engine unit's good. Probably a good idea to maybe give it a change after this race weekend, or change a few things about it. It's a 20 race season, I believe, so Is it raining? Session info. Yeah. A little drippage. Recommended tire enters to do a tire management training. Yeah, why not? So, dealing with some wet weather. This is the first time I've seen rain in this game. It was not raining in Melbourne, and it is now. So the intermediate tires, for those of you that don't watch F1, is kind of like the go-between between slick tires, which are the normal tires used in the dry conditions, and the full wet tire, which is when it's like torrential downpour. You need the tire to actually wade through the water better.
Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
So when the track is sort of drying or not really that wet, or maybe the rain is pretty light, you usually use intermediate tires, hence why I'm using them now. So let's try to work on not only getting the target lap time, but not sliding the tires too much, which I just slid them real bad in that first corner. Maybe I should have chose a dry session to do the freaking wet weather session. Sliding through that first corner real bad, which I was doing during the track acclimatization session anyways, so settled down a little bit, almost back into the purple, and my lap time is looking pretty good.
Return to base when you can so we can go over it.
Low tire wear, and my lap time was pretty good, so I'm alright with that. They said that the lap time was above what they expected. Tire wear wasn't too bad. And I was able to knock out in a little rain session here. Take a look at the times. 54.9. So yeah, everyone's right around in this general range. It's alright though, not too worried about it. Look at that, even me and Hulkenberg are right on top of each other with times.
Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel.
So I think this difficulty is working out pretty well. Obviously qualifying is going to be a different story when I can go full tilt boogie, pushing the pace and trying to do something a little bit more exciting with the car than just honestly kind of waiting around and using the intermediate tires and things like that. So we will go into practice 3. I'm going to do another setup session. Might do fuel wear. Cool, ka-choo. All right. And go to practice 3. A lot of little waiting around in this game. I wish we could do just one practice session so I could just do it continuously, but then I would have to obviously keep skipping over those second and third practice sessions, which I don't really want to do. So we'll do a fuel saving session. Again, it looks to be a wet track, so we're on the intermediate tire. Not sure if I saw raindrops falling. It doesn't look like it's quite raining. I guess little drips on the windscreen.
In this program, we want to focus on fuel saving technique. Lift and coast through corner entry to save as much as you can while keeping under the minimum lap time.
So I have to come up with a clever way to make that work. Just no good at that first corner complex. New strategy is short shifting.
That's an acceptable lap, but you're capable of more if you work at it. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Looks like the weather is going to dry up in about 5 minutes.
So short shifting seems to be working, but it's still not quite there. Lifting off in the straightaway helps a ton. There we go. Got a fuel test in there, nice. Probably just ruined the engine short shifting so much. Although really, short shifting isn't the worst thing. It just catches the gears really wrong. So probably the gearbox had some problems there. 12% coasting,
Okay,
60% full throttle.
This is the third and final practice session of the weekend. If we want to run our qualifying sim program, and I strongly recommend we do just that, this is our last chance.
I am not going to run a qualifying trim.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the
Don't really
session.
care.
Then here are your top 3: Vettel, Raikkonen,
Down
and
in 18th.
Valtteri Bottas. Practice times.
All
are
right,
on the
let
board then,
us
but
go
not-
into qualifying. Let us get some good qualifying laps in, and hopefully end up somewhere good in terms of positioning on the grid. In Australia, I was on the pole momentarily, but that kind of came undone as the session continued, and I just kind of ran with it. I started the race in 6th, so not too worried about it. Just looking forward to putting in a good lap if I can. Got some more resource points. Listen to voicemail. Let's see.
Hi, it's Emma. Your qualifying goals came up in the board meeting this morning. Here's what to expect.
All right, let's see. Qualify in 9th, beat Nico Hulkenberg. Quite simple. Let's see if I can accomplish that. I really hope it is a dry session, as I'm much better in the dry than I am in the wet. Although I guess I haven't really put in like one good solid qualifying lap in the wet. It was mostly trying to save the tires and also doing a fuel saving test.
You from wherever in the world
it
you
is
join us today
raining though.
For this
So let's go ahead and just go for it. On the inters, park for May rules. I'm just gonna do a flying lap. I don't really care. See where it puts me flying lap wise. It keeps putting me, yeah, at this little kind of weird little circular part at the end of the track, which is weird because it's a long time before I actually get to the starting line and start the lap when it puts me out here. But that's all right. So I'll do my best on the inters here. See if I can't come up with a good lap time. Terrible drive out of last corner. Not a good way to start the lap. Wide in that corner, but sometimes that's okay. Get out into the marbles a little bit. Fastest lap, Bottas 151.5. We'll see how close I can get to that. Second. I'm going to try to go one more lap.
As you enter P2, you're currently on the front row of the grid. There's only
Well, I'm up a little bit, but you guys have gone faster since I crossed the line last, so I'm just up a little bit on my best. Let's see. Yeah, improved, but
Okay, I think the track will be drying.
not enough. So that's good that it's hard enough that I can't really kind of squeeze in there, but I'm a little concerned that I saw Kvyat's name in there. So timings 51.6, pretty, I mean, good. First sector I was fastest, but just kind of drowning it out in those later sessions. Time remaining is going away. I guess it's just accelerated. Because it's the
We
track.
expect to potentially see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
The track dried out. I don't know if anybody. Oh my gosh, Verstappen went onto the super softs. Did anybody else? Oh, I got super effed at the end.
So
I got
qualifying
super
is
effed at
complete
the
and
end.
we're all
Oh my
set for an
god, why did I
exciting
not
race
wait to go out onto the
Your
super
top
softs?
three are
Qualified
Hamilton,
19.
Bottas, and Sebastian
Oh,
Vettel.
super
With
effed.
qualifying complete, all that remains.
Ridiculous. Well, I guess the benefit of this is I can start the race technically on whatever tire I want. Since, well, I think so, since we started the qualifying session on intermediate tires. If the race is dry, I should be able to choose whatever tire I want, but otherwise, damn, everybody got, like, they left the garage, I guess, got one last little bit in there. I was afraid that if I left the garage, I wouldn't get back around in time, but they went out on the super softs, took the risk, and it paid off for all 18 guys who were in front of me. Miserable, miserable, miserable. So he did a lot of things better than me. Still leading the rivalry though, so. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. Listen to voicemail. We're going to the race next.
Hello. I just wanted to pass on the team's expectations for this race. Good luck.
Finished race in 12th, beat Nico Hulkenberg. Championship 11th or higher. Well, 11th or higher should be easy for the championship. Finished second in Australia, so looking pretty good in the championship already. Take a look at the engine real quick because I know it kind of took a little bit of a toll. Gearbox wear down a little bit more. Yeah, this engine's starting to at least the main part of the engine starting to suffer a little bit. But I think it'll survive this race. Hopefully we don't have any problems blowing the car up or anything crazy like that. All right, dry
Well then,
race.
After an exciting qualifying session.
Yeah, it was exciting qualifying. I'm starting to weigh the F back here. So we're going for the high tire management plan by the looks of it. TRT would be a little bit better. So I guess they're just going to start me on the super soft. I could start on either, I believe. But super softs might help because I'm trying to make quick early passes, get to the pits, and see how she goes. So we'll go to that one and start the race. But remember, there is a parade lap, so gotta wait for everybody to go here.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Jeez, I'm starting behind the Saubers. This is a miserable nightmare. Start second, or finish second in Australia, and then go to second to last on the grid here. Although Ricardo's starting behind me, so I guess he was the one guy that got kind of SOL'd by the rain with me, so I guess we'll both be coming through the pack, which should be pretty exciting. Trying to get the tires warm. Also trying to get the brakes warm. Remember, when I started last time, it was a good start, but definitely in the first couple laps there I was kind of struggling. The track seems to be a little less rubbered down after it rained. I don't know if the game really tallies that well, but not really seeing any rubber on the outside areas of the track. Tires in Formula 1, they're so high temperature because of how much friction is created with the ground that they usually have little strips of rubber roll off the tires and create what's usually called like marbles on the outside of the track. If you watch an F1 race during a race day, you'll usually see a lot of little rolled up rubber balls around the outside edge of the main racing line in a turn. So sometimes it's pretty hard to pass an F1 for the simple fact that if you do it, that's not what I wanted to do. If you do pass an F1, you usually push someone into the marbles and you push yourself into the marbles. Damn it, I keep going into the grass. I'm trying to just heat up the tires. Alright, let's take a look one last time. Temperatures look pretty good. The brakes maybe a little hot. Oh, this is just reforming the grid for me now. Alright, here we go. Race day in China. Starting from P19, second race of the season in my Renault. I believe this is going to be a 14-lap race, 25% race distance. Here we go. Oh. What the heck was that? Not the way I wanted to start my race at all. Couldn't quite tell what happened. I looked at the right-hand side of my screen and there was nobody that I saw coming up the left side of the track. I have no front wing right now, so this is an absolute disaster. It said I had contact with Ericsson, but it's kind of weird because I think Ericsson was in front of me. I have no front wing, so I'd like to come into the pits if I can, but they haven't said anything.
Okay, box. We're adjusting the strategy.
Yeah, there we go.
Come in this lap.
It is freaking hard to turn this car with no front wing. I'm surprised it's doing as well as it is. I'm not that far off of these guys in front of me, so I'm assuming we're going to go just onto the soft compound tire and just run it out the distance from there. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to do the best I can with this. Got thrown a curveball at the start of this race. Very, very fortunate, I suppose, that I did not break any suspension components or anything like that. Just some front wing damage. I don't know why I thought I could charge that deep into that corner. All right, here we go, into the pits. Gonna get a pit stop here, change tires, probably get a new front wing, and then just do my damnedest to go through the field as much as I can. Get a new front wing, got the tires on. It looks like we're going to the hard compound tires.
Go.
That was a long pit stop, but oh well. I did! What the heck happened? I can't... Oh, it wouldn't let me disengage the pit limiter. Weird. Alright, onto the medium compound tires. And I have a lot of work to do left in this race.
Power from the engine is going to be down slightly. It's showing some minor wear.
Not a good sign. Especially because I have to basically blow it up to catch these guys at this point. Just don't want to finish last. You can even kind of hear it in the engine a little bit. Like, it doesn't sound as crisp as it did when I first started playing. Oh boy, this is going to be one hell of an uphill battle. But I am fit for the challenge, my friends.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Oops. Obviously, I am nowhere close to the DRS zone, so I can't use that. Pretty much just hoping for pit stops at this point so that these guys can kind of fall back into my clutches a little bit. Took out that little cone there, no big deal.
So the gap to our teammate is 42.6 seconds.
Pretty unlikely I'm going to catch Mr. Nico Hulkenberg this race. Like I just went purple in the middle sector, which means fastest overall. It seems like I'm kind of catching these guys, but man, oh man, am I wrecking my tires to do it.
guys in the pits.
Alright, guys hitting the pit lane. Just said Carlos Sainz is out of the race, so I'm going to gain a spot there. I am not going to get anywhere close to these guys that are in the pit lane.
Caution, caution. Okay, clear.
Alright, note to self, do not crash at the start of the race. I guess it's not impossible that I can get to those guys. More guys hitting the pit lane. I think some of those guys I might just be able to get by.
Right, some information on Ricardo. They are out of the race.
So another position I'll get. So I was able to get by Ericsson, whom I crashed into at the beginning of the race, apparently. Now I got Alonso in front of me. I'm sure that McLaren Honda will be exploding in no time.
Softs on the car behind.
Wasn't quite sure if I was within DRS range. Doesn't seem like it as I'm in the DRS zone and it's not giving me the option. More guys hitting the pit lane. This is possible overtaking spots. Add DRS this time.
To teammate, 12.3 seconds.
Got Alonso. A lot of potential passes to be made up here. Whether I'll have the tires and the car to do it, no idea, but I'm gonna try. Really liking this difficulty though. I don't know if it should be this high up after crashing, literally, but still at least a challenge.
Is 3.5 seconds.
So I dropped Alonso really fast. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get around any of these guys once I get to them, but I think I can get to them. If I could score points after this day, it'd be pretty
car
chill.
in front is 3.7 seconds.
That was a really, really good lap. Alright, there is the potential to at least score a point. I need 10th or better.
Faster engine modes are available.
Alright, DRS, do your thing. I'm really not too keen on the idea of switching to a faster engine mode because I'm trying to save the unit. I'm getting screwed being behind these guys now.
Some information on Ocon. They seem to have an issue.
Desperate, maybe. Oh, hold it. Nice. Oh man. Holy crap. Whoa! Overshot it.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah. Man, I wish I could have fresh tires, but I'm happy to at least get into the points. Another top 10. Pretty stoked on it. I'm not going to be able to get to Nico. He looks to be in 7th. But I think I can get away from Stroll enough not to have to deal with him again. I think Grosjean's just a little bit out of reach.
Some information on Magnussen. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
That freaking battle though was sick.
Final lap of the race. The gap behind is 1.7 seconds.
Well, all in all, bad qualifying session, starting 19th, crash in the first corner. Holy shit, Raikkonen just won the race. But after all that, Still to come back and finish in the points, and honestly, not too far behind my teammate. I think maybe the difficulty is still a little bit easy, but I think I'm going to probably leave it. At least for the next race, just to actually get like a good normal experience on it. But it was a fun race, I thought.
Yellow.
Able to put down a...
Okay, good job.
oh
mate.
man, and
Really
someone
well
just
done.
retired
That
right
was a
after the race
fantastic drive.
too. Almost got there. 10th place, probably somewhere in about 6th or 5th or 6th in the championship. Only got 1 point, but you know.
Brilliant stuff from Haas today. What a superb victory.
All right, yeah. Apparently Haas
Anthony,
getting the
what do you
win.
think made the difference here?
Race winner
Well,
Roman
safety car
Grosjean
completely
after
changed the
Kimi
race, didn't
Räikkönen
it?
won the
It's
race.
hard to say
Okay.
exactly what would
Yeah,
have
Valtteri
happened without
Bottas
it,
is there.
But there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good
And
position.
they're saying that the safety car completely changed the race.
Our
Definitely
drivers are making their
an
way out for the
interesting
podium
scenario
celebrations.
here.
And it's going to be
Grosjean, the
Haas
winner.
picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing Grand Prix.
Interesting. Very, very interesting, because Grosjean definitely did not win that race. At least on screen, it was Raikkonen. Maybe Grosjean was even the car that pulled off to the side after the race. I know he finished in front of me, but... So even in Formula 1 2017, Kimi Räikkönen cannot
Now
win
let's
a
take
race,
a look
unfortunately.
At the driver's standings. Moving on to the driver
Yeah,
of the day.
what
then.
the heck?
Anthony Davidson. Who would you go
It just
for?
put
It's a
Grosjean
difficult one, but I'll have
to
go
the
for
win,
Renault
and
driver. Look
it
at where
even
they
says
finished
Kimi
compared to where they
DNF'd.
started. It's not easy to cut
So
through
he
the
must
field
have-
like that in Formula 1.
I don't
so it was a
even
great
know
effort.
And
what
now
just
let's take
happened.
a look at the
I'm
constructors'
so
standings.
confused.
Ferrari extend
But,
their lead at the top of the championship.
Yeah, that is
There was
another
also a strong
edition of
showing from
F1
the Mercedes
2017
team
career
today
mode.
as they make their way
If
up
you
the
guys liked it,
standings.
please go
That's
ahead
it for
and
today's Grand
like the
Prix.
video,
From
subscribe,
Anthony,
comment,
it's
the
goodbye,
whole 9
and
yards.
See you again next time.
And we're gonna go ahead and jump into next week. So hopefully we'll see you guys in the next episode. If not, I hope you at least enjoyed this video for the time that you were here. But Kellen here on Starry Systems. Good hanging out with you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.